Take the bass line out. Uh-huh. Jiggle.
Bounce with it.
Yeah. Let it bump though. Uh-huh.
Welcome to the show, Kwknowz, the show where we know sports. Sitting next to my co-host, Mr. Artist Woods, AW.
Nice to be here again. Man.
All right, to start the show off, we have some breaking news. Tony Parker just tweeted, "I have a slight hamstring strain. I hope to play tomorrow." So that can be some very discouraging news for San Antonio and some encouraging news for the Miami Heat. But speaking of the Miami Heat,
Wait. How'd you sleep last night?
it was a tough time sleeping last night
tough?
for me. I had to listen to some classical music as I laid down.
I understand.
But no, yeah. Speaking of that, what is your thoughts? Your analyst. What did you think of that?
How do I feel about the game?
That just utter disgust of a game. What did you think?
Well, you said it correctly. Utter disgust on your behalf, not on mine. As I predicted, the San Antonio Spurs will win last night's game. I predicted them to win, but I did not predict them to win the way they won the game. I predicted Tony Parker to have a monster game. I predicted Tim Duncan to have a monster game. For the most part, Tony Parker, he did his thing, but he got hurt midway through the game, had to come out. He still dished out 8 assists and dropped a decent little 6 points, which is minor, but he still did his thing while he was out there. Tim Duncan with a pretty good I want to say 14 rebounds, 12 points, pretty good. Kawhi Leonard, 12 points, 14 rebounds, killing the Miami Heat on the boards. Then you have Ginobili, who played a decent game. He recovered from last game, 7 points, 6 assists. Man, it's all right. It's better than last game. But then you have Danny Green coming off the bench, dropping 27. Who would have thought that would have happened? I know I didn't. I predicted them to win, but I did not see that coming. You have Gary Neal, who came off the bench and did almost the same thing, 24 points. Ridiculous. They set a record for most threes hit last night, 15. And then you look at the Miami Heat. You have Mario Chalmers, who gives you 0 points, 0 for 5, and throws up 4 turnovers, which is just unbelievable, in my opinion. He's a point guard. You lead the offense. You run the team. You have a Dwayne Wade, who I like Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade is one of my favorite players, but at this point he's not healthy, so you can't get too much out of Dwayne Wade right now. It's just that simple. He's not healthy. He cannot perform. You got a decent 6 and 5 out of him. Chris Bosh, like I predicted, didn't really attack the basket, stayed on the perimeter, but he still got you a decent 12 and 10, like my partner here predicted, an exact 12 and 10, which is actually pretty crazy. You have a Mike Miller that came off the bench, got you a nice 15 points. I believe he hit, 5 threes off the bench, back-to-back, which was ridiculous. I found that amazing. Just threes galore last night. And then you have LeBron James. Last night, LeBron played horrible, to say the least. Midway through the third quarter, LeBron was 2 for 12 from the field. And instead of LeBron James attacking the basket, LeBron continued to take mid-range jump shots to three-point jump shots. Given that the shots were given to him, they were leaving him wide open. They saw he was cold, and the defense that they played on LeBron James this year really reminded me of the same exact defense that they played on LeBron James in the 2007 finals. I believe that was 2007 finals. They played the same type of defense on him, where they gave him room to shoot. I'm beginning to have a slight issue with LeBron James because coming into this series, he said numerous times, he's a better player than he was in 2007. He's ready to play. He's ready to come against the Spurs and play a lot better. He's 20 times better. When in fact his stats from the 2007 finals are better than the finals this year. LeBron is coming to this finals, averaging 28, 8, and 7 throughout the regular season. MVP, 4-time MVP, greatest player in the league, no doubt in my mind. You come into the finals, you had a pretty good series, the first round, second round, and this third round. You're in the NBA Finals, LeBron James. You are averaging 17 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists, which is great. But 17.5 points is ridiculous. You need to score a lot more points, and you need to be a lot more aggressive in order to beat the San Antonio Spurs. The fact that he wasn't aggressive really shocked me. I thought he was going to come out and be more dominant. And another thing that's starting to bother me that I'm hearing a lot is the comparisons to LeBron James and Michael Jordan, and sometimes even the comparisons to Michael Jordan or LeBron James to Kobe Bryant. It's becoming utterly disrespectful at this point. You never hear Michael Jordan having a game in the finals like this. He is undefeated in the finals. LeBron is 1-for-3, and if LeBron continues to play like this, he will be 1-4 in the NBA finals. Granted, his health hasn't really stepped up, but last game they stepped up to the best of their abilities, and I believe if he plays better, they will step up to back him up. But at the same time, the comparisons to Michael Jordan need to stop. He's not the same player. He's a different type of player. Maybe comparing to Magic Johnson as a distributor, rebounder, and a scorer. But LeBron James isn't putting up the points and isn't being the same type of leader that Michael Jordan was. And basically, that's all I have to really say about the game. The game was fun for me to watch. I don't know about you, but hey,
first off, I like to start by saying Danny Green and Gary Neal. 27 points from Danny Green, 24 points from Gary Neal. You know, Danny Green just 9 for 15. Gary Neal 9 for 17. You know, those boys played their hearts out. I like to say, Chris Bosh 12 and 10. Like I said, he did attack early, but then faded away from that and started to shoot those 15-foot jump shots, which stopped falling. You know, you look at LeBron, you look at the Heat. You know, you say, well, why isn't LeBron attacking? Well, you have to look at what San Antonio is doing. You know, they're collapsing the paint. You know, LeBron attacks. You know, the paint closes on him right almost immediately, and he doesn't know what can he do. He hasn't figured out this team yet. You know, it's not the same team in 07 when he played the finals in 07 against his team. You know, that team, he was immature. He said, you're going to let me shoot? I'm going to shoot. Now LeBron is like, I'm more mature. I want to drive, but it's not there. I have these other superstars on my team. I have a Ray Allen. I have a Mike Miller. I have Chris Bosh. I have Dwayne Wade. I have Dwayne Wade, who's getting paid just as amount of money as me, $100 million. I got Chris Bosh, he's getting paid just as amount of money as me, and those guys are not producing. You know, if you're going to sit there, they're keying in on LeBron, which means they're going to say, you're going to have to beat me with those other guys. You're going to have to beat me with those role players. It's not going to happen. But furthermore, LeBron James, 2 of 14 outside of the paint. He shot 7 of 21 for the game. You look at that and you say, 7 of 21 for the game, 2 of 14 outside of the paint, which means you shot 7 shots inside of the paint, which means you went 5 for 7 inside of the paint. LeBron, what are you doing shooting jump shots? What are you doing shooting jump shots if your game is inside of the paint? It's utterly just disgraceful that LeBron James sits there and you have 15 points in the NBA Finals. 15 points in the NBA Finals? 9 of those points came within the last 2 minutes of the third quarter. It's starting to become irritating because LeBron James is a better player than that. And I understand, 721, you say, oh, that was just an off night. It was an off night. If you look at it, he tried to shoot his way out of it. Great shooters keep on shooting, but 15 points is not going to get anything done. Like I said, Chris Bosh, 12 of 10, or 12 and 10, like I predicted last night. I expect him to attack more, but 12 of 10 is fine. But then you look at the role players. Those players, that Mario Chalmers, who scored 19 in game 2, 0 for 5, 0 points, 4 turnovers. 3 of them were in the third quarter. That's not going to get it done. You have Allen. Remember how he was lighting it up? 4 points, 2 of 2. You got Mike Miller, who showed up, 5 of 5 from the 3, 15 points. But I'm going to tell you, these guys lose tomorrow night, this series is over. This series is over. And LeBron James has to have one of those Boston games from last year. He's got to drop to 40 and 19. Because if Dwayne Wade, God forbid, if he scores another 16-point game, anything lower than that, they're not winning. You have 0 players on your team that score more than 16 points. You have 3 guys getting paid $100 million. You have Ray Allen, the best 3-point shooter in history. You got Mike Miller, who's been hot. You got Mario Chalmers. You got Norris Cole. You got Udonis Haslem. You got Birdman. And nobody on this team can shoot over 16 points in a game against an aging San Antonio Spurs? That's not going to get it
I
done.
also don't respect the fact that they got out hustled by an old
No,
San
19.
Antonio.
San Antonio had 19 boards. 19 boards. That's not going to get it done. And yesterday I gave Coach Spoelstra some credit.
Nah,
19 boards. No. I gave him some credit yesterday, dude. You getting killed on the boards. Why is Birdman sitting on the bench? Why is Birdman sitting on the bench?
It's getting to the point where I'd rather put in Birdman over Chris Bosh just for rebound purposes.
Exactly. I mean, Chris Bosh did have the 10 rebounds yesterday, but you're not getting them defensively. If you're gonna sit there on the offensive board, I can use somebody that can get in the paint, box out. If I was Coach Spoelstra, we wouldn't be nothing. LeBron James will be shooting jump shots all practice. Everybody else would be rebounding. It would be nothing but rebounding and LeBron shooting jump shots. Nobody else would be touching a basketball until you can get it together.
LeBron in practice needs to attack the rim. He needs to attack the rim just period because he needs to focus on getting Tim Duncan in foul trouble. Because I think that is one of the biggest ways to slow the Spurs down. You get the ball to LeBron James, either you clear out the lane or you give him screen rolls like how they do for Tony Parker. Attack the paint, get Tiago Splinter and Tim Duncan in foul trouble early, get them out of the game. Next thing you know, you don't have the same type of troubles you had before. You don't have anybody contesting the basket when he attacks the basket anymore. Easy layups, easy buckets. If he makes them, because he missed them last game.
But LeBron cannot attack the basket if they're not going to see. You're underestimating Coach Popovich, who has been doing a great job. He's clogging the lane. Kawhi Leonard is standing about 6 feet back from him. He's daring him to shoot the shot. When they set a screen, they're going under the screen. They're not going over. They're not going to let LeBron get to the basket. They're not going to let him breeze by, use his quickness. So and when he does drive, and when he did drive, he had, I think, like a couple drives, and he missed a layup yesterday. Tim Duncan, Tiago Splitter, and Kawhi Leonard were standing right there to contest it.
However, to LeBron's defense, there is nobody in the league that can stop that man from getting to the paint when he wants to get into the paint. Now, I'm gonna say this: not one single person that can stop it. Kawhi Leonard is a great defender, but if we want to be realistic, get the ball, LeBron. Everybody move out the way. LeBron take the ball into the paint. But now there is no, like I said before, get Tim Duncan in foul trouble. There is no reason. LeBron James weighs 250 pounds. He is what 6'8", 6'9". 0 free throw attempts last night. 0. Ridiculous. I don't care if they give you all the space in the world. You don't attack the rim and you don't get anybody in the foul trouble. You don't take any free throws. That's ridiculous.
But you're overlooking the defense that San Antonio is
doing.
But
if he attacks the basket, he's gonna get them in foul trouble.
They're not going to attack a basket if everybody's there. Even if he does drive, the smarts of this team. This team isn't just.
I mean, but at the same time, defensively, if he attacks the basket and he gets the best players only because the starting lineup has the best defenders, in my opinion. Tim Duncan and Tiago Splitter are the best big man defenders on the team. If he drives lane and he gets them in foul trouble, it won't be as hard as if they take them out the game. They won't be the other players, the best players that play center and power forward will not be able to stop LeBron. All they will be able to do is foul him, which will give him more free throw attempts, which will help him improve his jump shot. Because all he has to do is see the ball going to the hoop.
You're not looking. We gotta
watch our time here.
Yeah, I know we're running real close to time. I don't think we're gonna be able to get to our second point. But you're not looking at what is going on. Okay, like I said, Kawhi Leonard is playing 6 feet back from him. LeBron can't just drive on Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is going to be in front of him. That's why he's playing back. When they set the screen for him to get that room, that lane to drive, Kawhi Leonard is going under. So the only place LeBron has to go is either shoot or pass. When he does drive, there's 3 people there. Now, if he takes it up, forbid. It's just going to be a wild shot.
What about the times LeBron James does not have a screen and he just decides to take jump shots? Because I remember vividly him getting the ball, pivoting, pivot, shot, dribble, shot. You're not Carmelo Anthony. You're not Kobe Bryant. You're not Kevin Durant. You're not known for taking jump shots.
Okay, but he shot 57% from the field during this regular season.
By attacking the rim.
He is
from attacking the basket.
He shot 40% from the 3-point this year. His best 3-point ever. I'm saying he is capable of hitting that shot. Yesterday was an off shot. I do agree. He needs to attack more. But you can't attack on 3 people. And that's why I told you Chris Bosh needs to be down low. So when they go to help, LeBron can dish it off. You're getting paid $100 million. Do something with that. Dwayne Wade, you're getting paid $100 million. I don't know if you're healthy or not. But, dude, if you're not healthy, sit down. Bring somebody on the court that will help you. James Jones, he can play. Give him a couple more shots. The Miami Heat, LeBron, I blame LeBron.
If LeBron continues to play like this series is over.
LeBron continues to play like this, it's over.
It's over.
Unless
if LeBron James does not have 25, 10, and 10 in his next game, this series is over. Simple as that. It is over.
And
It is over.
I can't refute that.
It is over.
I can't refute that. You are correct.
It is time. You want to compare him to Michael Jordan? You want to compare him to Kobe Bryant? It is time right now. You want to be compared to the players? You want to be on that type of step up in this game?
I think LeBron. I feel LeBron will come back. LeBron will come out tomorrow and he will make up. It doesn't get much worse than 7 for 21. It doesn't. 2 from 14 from outside of the paint. It doesn't get much worse.
It's ridiculous.
But it looks like we've run out of time today on the show. The trivia time, KWT trivia. Yesterday the question was, what pitcher was struck by lightning and finished a complete game?
I didn't know the answer. I didn't know the answer. To be honest.
In 1919, Ray Caldwell for the Indians was struck by lightning in the middle of the 9th inning. Yeah.
I mean, keep on.
He got up, shook it off to beat the A's for a complete game. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
How do you get struck by lightning? When are you doing getting struck by lightning?
I don't know. In the middle of baseball.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
He's standing in the middle.
Hey, all right.
But all right. So today's trivia, it's an easy one. You might be able to get this one. Who was the first ever Super Bowl MVP? Do you know this one? He was the coach. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Once again, thanks for joining the show. Subscribe.
Alrighty.
Vince Lombardi.
Yeah, hey man, I know, man. I wasn't born.